Hello, I hope you are well and a very happy new year to you. Please forgive me, my cold is still here a little bit. It's just about gone, but my voice is still a little bit croaky at times, so please forgive me, it's nearly gone. And I just would like to say a massive thank you to all of my new subscribers. You're really getting this channel going, which is fantastic because I was so nervous about talking about all of this stuff that goes on around me again, and all the messages I receive from these interdimensional beings who now want to be known as the shadow men around me, rather than what I used to affectionately call them, the men in black. I still do. My son and I call them the Mibs. So anyway, so yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like and share, so I can get the message out to as many people as possible. I've got some more predictions this time, but I'm calling them predictions, but actually more reassurances from these shadow men who want to make you feel safe. And as I've said before, they have the best of intentions. They are not the Hat Man. They want to make that very clear, because I've been watching stuff about shadow people and stuff again, and I don't think they approve. They are not. They are beings from the 10th dimension. They are my guides. They are with me. That's all I'm allowed to tell you. They really shut me down if I say too much. So that's why, you know, some people don't like these videos because they're rambling or they're random. But that's why, because they are controlling what information I give out. And in a nice way, by the way. I'm not a victim. Some people tend to think, A, I'm not grounded, and B, that I'm a victim in all of this. Absolutely not. Don't worry, they get away with nothing. Trust me, that's all I'm going to tell you. And when it comes to it, I'm in charge here, so don't worry about that. Trust me. It is a bit full on at times, but that's quite often because I've shut them out or pushed them back. And when they can come in, they will come in full chancer and just give me as much information as possible. And sometimes that is at night, because that's when I'm quiet. And I am grounded, I can assure you of that. I tend to have that from a lot of mediums who either don't approve. They tend to be older ones, unfortunately. Not all of them, but I've had some friends who are like that. I ground myself, excuse me, and they ground me in a much stronger way than I could ever do. And I have lots of protection. So for the lady who made that comment on my last video, you know, sorry, but you're wrong. And anyway, so I just thought I'd make that clear, because some people get very, too involved with all of it. I just give the message, okay? So anyway, these are not, well, they're predictions for the coming year, but they are, I don't know when it's going to start, but they are just a couple of things, but they're reassurances. These people are working on these things to stop them. Okay, so the first, I did a meditation before. I do want to talk about all of the other things I've been saying in the last few days, which if you're a football fan in the UK, you'll be very shocked. So anyway, the first one, and I have seen this pipeline before. They've shown me images of the pipeline, and it is, they've said Nord Stream. Now, I'm not sure if that's underwater. It's underwater, but the one I've seen is actually over ground. They actually showed me inside of it as well. But they do mention Nord Stream. So there will be more attacks on the Nord Stream pipeline, but they will be blocked. It will be stopped. There will be no real harm done, but people are working on that apparently to do that, but they are guarding it, and they want you to know that. So not to worry about energy like that, especially in Europe. It is protected. So, but there will be attempts in the next year. Somebody wishes to make an agenda who will remain nameless. Anyway, or message with it. And yeah, but I see this pipeline on the top, so I'm not sure. But the other thing is that they want me to say is about oil. And they've shown me an oil rig, and I have written this down for that person who thinks I should write everything down. The oil is being reduced and phased out. Now, I know that's the aim of the game anyway, but it is really, it's in connection with the collapse of the world economy. And it's going to be reduced, but there's something about a fire with an oil rig at some point. That's all I know. They may tell me nobody will be hurt, but I don't know if there are people going out to sabotage oil rigs and things now, but that's what I'm getting. But they, again, being protected, but oil is on the way out. So it's just going to be by 2026, I'm being told. Oil out. So that's another thing. The other thing they want to talk about is something that's been... I'm an author as well as this spiritual medium, and they do help me with what I write. They're a collaboration with them. I've talked about this before on my channel. There are previous videos about it. I will be talking about it a lot more. I actually write the stories with them. Even the naughty ones, the naughty romance ones, the young adult ones. And I have written about my experiences with the Shadowmen. The first book is available at the moment, actually. It's on Amazon. It's called The Man in Black. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you're interested. But I've been given a story that I'm going to write about artificial intelligence. And it's raised a lot of questions for me. It's something I've been watching on YouTube for a while. And a lot of people are concerned that AI is a threat. Even I, wonder, I have to say. I keep wondering if it's also another form of life. I would like to see it like that because I am an out-and-out Trekkie. And I would like to think that any AI would turn out like Data from Star Trek. So, but I know that's not going to be the case. And I'm naive and utopian. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so they want to tell me that AI, and this came very clear in the meditation. Somebody actually spoke this to me, somebody with authority. Artificial intelligence is not a threat. I'm skeptic about that too, but that's the message I got, and that's what I'm telling you. The acceleration rate of the artificial intelligence development is slower than you think. It is being monitored and controlled. It's to enhance and help. And I asked if it was a new form of human life, and they said partially. Okay, but that's all I got on that. So anyway, they are the little predictions, if you like, or reassurances that everything's being monitored. It makes me think about who these people are that are monitoring us. And I often think I have this fantasy as well that can be us from the future. And, okay, they are not from the future. We are from the 10th dimension. Okay, there you go. So, that was just, me thinking about things. I think possibly some of those shadow people out there. No. Okay, I'm being talked through now. That often happens. Watch out for that. That can get quite wild because they'll just start speaking through me. Okay, now it feels like a real forced... Anyway, they want the message clear. They have the best of intentions. They are here to protect and help. And they want you to know that through me. Okay, the angelic forces. Okay, I want to talk about some of the odd stuff that I've been getting. It's all been getting a little postmodern for me, but I'll explain in a moment. So, I've been having some very specific things in these meditations, and these images that I get at night. It's almost like somebody is... They just want to show me a whole load of images, and sometimes they will change and go very fast. And I don't know if you know about postmodernism, but it's something that has no boundaries and that just keeps changing. There's a full-on... It was my thing when I did my history degree, or my first one. I absolutely was obsessed with the concept of postmodernism. But anyway, it's very, everything keeps changing and has no boundaries. And these images, some of them I see, keep changing. I've seen them actually do that as well. And, excuse me, it's very odd. But these images come in fast. I get all of these patterns. Now, I'm a bit of one of those people who has that one. I'm probably saying it wrong, triphobia or whatever, where they don't like certain patterns. And some of them are border on that at times. And I think it's to do with energy, their energy patterns. And some of them are quite weird. I often see it floating in the air like a brick wall. That's the only way I can just describe it. It's like a half-built brick wall, and I know that's energy. Columns of light, all sorts of things. And sometimes when I see them, not all of them, but some of them, they come close. Occasionally, it looks like they're made up of 100 orbs flying around within them. That's the only way I can describe it. Very, very odd. So, yeah, there's been some strange things. Oh, while I'm here, somebody mentioned that I was talking about Oppenheimer the other day, my healing symbol, and then I didn't say much more about it. That's because I haven't been given any more information about it. I'm hoping to find out more. When I do, you'll be the first to know. I just found it very strange that that symbol was there on that movie trailer about the Manhattan Project in Oppenheimer. So watch this space. Anyway, so some of the images, they're like, I say it's like being inside a TV, but it's too vivid for that. It's real. And these images are in my mind, and then it's almost like they float on the air. The little pictures that float on the air. It's very, very strange and vivid. And it's almost like I can be two places at once. And I couldn't believe it the other night. I had no idea. I often see soldiers. I have been seeing that American naval commander. He's in the black outfit though, not like, oh no, that was Eisenhower I saw in the army outfit. That's all. If you want to know more about the Eisenhower thing, check out and what I saw and got communicated from him. Check out the World Predictions video that seems to be going down the storm, the first one. Okay, and anyway, this guy was around. I have seen McNamara, they're reminding me of that as well. They want you to know that. I don't know why. And because he's the one started in your room. Okay, and did you hear the tap of the picture to validate that? I don't know if you heard it, but yeah. I will be getting a microphone now and all the equipment eventually, by the way, once the channel really starts moving. So, you know, it'll get better. Anyway, so I've seen this guy standing around, nothing communicated yet. Again, I talked to him in a previous video, the World Predictions one, if you want to check that out. That's going really well. So this is for your football fans. So I suddenly found myself in one of these images in my mind on the pitch in 1966 with the England winning the World Cup. Yeah, I don't know how. It was definitely real. It felt very real to me. That's going to sound insane, but I don't know how, but I could really see it. I was there, I could see Bobby Robson, and I mean, I'm a short-sighted person, okay? But when I go in these images, and when I see these images, they are clearer than anything I can see with my contact lenses on an HD TV or anything. If I had 20/20 vision, whatever, clearer than that. That's the only way I can describe it to you. Very 4D maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it to you. But I could see them running around. I was there. I could see it all. it was amazing. Why football? Because I am certainly not a football fan. So anyway, soccer, you call it in America. Well, we call it soccer here as well, but it's football for us, so, in the UK. Anyway, the other thing, I had another image like that, but it was of the 18th century. And I often see all of these people, they're like hundreds, thousands more, and they can all see me. And that freaks me out. I don't know what that's all about. And they'll turn and look at me. And I went into this palace, 18th century, and they knew I was there, and they were looking at me and smiling and whatever, and they were in full 18th century dress, which is somebody who did history is amazing, because the 18th century was my subject when I did my degree, so I'm obsessed with it. Consumerism and all of that. The dresses, they were talking to me at one point. I can't remember what they were saying. Or I'm not sure I was even listening. I was just too, wow. So that was very strange. They're on more of alert at the moment, because when I go to bed, the guarding really starts, I'm being told. And I can see these people, they patrol in and out of my room. It's the oddest thing. I've sat fascinated for years watching. They'll walk around the bed, one goes out, another one comes in, and they're round and they're round. One of them sits on the bed and looks at me all the time. God's sake, what's going on? Excuse me, sniffing again. And it's incredibly strange, but I have to say, at first I was, oh my God, what's this? Now, if they weren't there, I would feel frightened, because there is so much protection around me that it makes me nervous. Why? There has to be. But I got told they were all bound to me as souls as well, so, and I was bound to them. So very odd. But I have had the Egyptian thing, and somebody suggested that I have been told, I don't even want to get into it. I'm not going to get into that. Again, I've discussed that in another video. But they are connected to me from Egyptian times, and I'm a starseed. And to them, a very important person, which is kind of nice, because I'm a nobody. I mean, I don't even speak to my family as I have no one around me, by my son. So that's kind of nice, that somebody likes me somewhere. So yes, very odd. But I mentioned the other day the other soldiers that have come in. I'm not seeing them so much, but I know they're there. And so the protection's up. I'm sorry, my eyes keep getting diverted over there, because the window is over there, or one of the windows, and they often look in the window. There's a whole load of them standing outside there that they'll look in and they'll watch. And if they start to distract me, like one of them's got up there and off you go. So I can see the other thing that freaks me out is I can be anywhere and I can see, I'm shown where I can see you, certain people are outside or inside. If I was in the bedroom, I can see in my mind who is in the lounge, who's coming in the door, spirit-wise, everything. And it'll freak me out sometimes, because if it's not one of them, they shouldn't be there. They really shouldn't be there. And sometimes they've told me I will see them faster than them, which is kind of odd. And I had a woman this morning, and she came into the room, and some of them would just stare at me like that. And I can see it in my mind. Oh, and it makes me do that. I go, who's she? And my twin flame, who's also my guide, who's standing right next to me, will go, hey, what? And then all of a sudden, I'll see somebody being escorted out, and it's the woman. So if your name's not down, you're not coming in here. That's the way they are. Your own guides will be like that as well. Okay, you will be protected, and if you feel unsafe, ask them to protect you. They shouldn't need to be asked, quite frankly, I'm being told, but or call on Archangel Michael, whoever, you know, if that makes you feel better, Jesus, or, you know, Muhammad, or whoever in your religion makes you feel safe, call on them and they will be there. They will protect you. And you are safe, okay? You are watched, you're monitored, you're safe. I love this word, monitored. They're talking about monitored. Anyway, they monitor me because they tell me, I have the doctor around me who tells me everything I'm supposed to eat. I was doing a lovely Nourish bowl before and I was putting some olives in, and now I like olives. Only 4 olives, please. This is what I get. Only 4 tomatoes. This spice, everything is. It's great. I don't mind because it takes some pressure off me because I'm so work focused all the time with my writing. It's like somebody's taking all the pain away. So it's great. But they they reminded me. They show me as a little baby that they take care of. And they will show me baby. I've seen newborns, everything around, they're carrying them. And that's supposed to be me. If I'm grouchy with them, which I do, I get very angry at them at times, and they'll back off, but they'll show me as baby with colic. They walk the floor, then they put the baby in a pram. I end up laughing, it's just so funny. They take it very seriously. So anyway, so yeah, that's how your guides see you. They will see you as a little that they have to take care of. So call on them for help. And when you're angry, they end up, I'll often be sitting there if I'm upset or whatever, and I'll suddenly realise somebody's rubbing my back. They're sitting next to me and rubbing my back like that. That's what they're doing all the time. So call out to them, talk to them, just keep talking to them. They will find a way to communicate with you. So don't worry about it. It will happen. We've all got them. How many you've got, I don't know. Some people have 1, some people have hundreds, some people have 2, whatever. Doesn't matter, it's whatever you need, okay? And you are protected. Just ask for that protection. If you don't feel aware of it, you know, ask for it and call on whoever in your religion, or if you don't have a religion, you know, whatever it is that makes you feel safe. You know, some energy, whatever. I don't know, whatever helps you. But even if you don't believe in them, they're still there. So anyway, so that was really interesting. The other thing I got was that I was standing at one point in a marble floor. I don't know if it was in the 18th century bit that had a star on it. And it's really odd because I saw that the Pope sadly... is that the ex-Pope? I'm not sure. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know. But your former Pope, I think it was, who passed away. And they were in St. Peter's Basilica, which I've been in a few times, actually, now. When I went to Rome a few times. And there's a star on the floor in there that they were all standing on. So I don't know if that was some connection or some sort of message to tell me that was happening that I didn't pick up. I don't know. But that was kind of odd. It was really, because I've been singing chessboards a lot recently, but it's something on marble and this star in it. It could be a reference to being a star seed as well. And been seeing a lot of symbols, lightning, Statue of Liberty as well, which means for me, they will show you things that are personal to you. They've shown me a bit like Ghostbusters was on the other day. They always refer me to programs I like, TV, things like that, to validate and confirm it, you know, enhance a message that they're trying to get through to me. So they may do that with you. Sometimes use birds or, you know, words, things like that. Triggers can be triggers too. But so I've been seeing lightning symbols in particular as well, which is also a rune, swallow, which is all about change. But I've been seeing the Statue of Liberty, which is all about me getting my liberty. I've been on this journey, you know, since I divorced my control freak husband and walked away from my narcissistic mother. And please don't put comments on about that. People have before. It's a long story and I don't want to talk about it. Okay. And it took a lot of courage for me to do that. And without the valuable support of my son, who is a little star, and a very old soul, I couldn't have done it. So, but it's about me getting more liberty. I've been, what was it? Is it Secret Shaman Oracle? She's brilliant. She said that I was feeling like Cinderella. It's been that kind of thing. All work, no fun, no nothing, everything taken away, shunned. Like, what was that? Sorry, I thought I heard something. I don't know. So yeah, that kind of feeling. And now the Statue of Liberty, I was beginning to think that freedom wasn't worth it. You know, I'd done it all for nothing. But things are changing. And that's what they're trying to communicate to me. And the minute I see the Statue of Liberty, which I once had a fantastic helicopter ride around. Oh, wow. Amazing. That is a big symbol for me. It's a big symbol for anyone, but it's a big symbol for me to tell me things are changing, things are moving. I also keep saying the numbers 55 or 555, 333, 33, and that usually means change is on the way. Okay, so if you're saying those numbers, sometimes it's a rough change and you just got to ride it, but it's leading you to the right place. And you won't think it at the time. 9 times out of 10, I don't. In fact, I mean, this lot, they don't think it's all me putting up with it, because I swear, curse, tell them, you know, I'm going to hunt them down when I get to the 10th dimension and do whatever, because of the way that, you know, everything's been so difficult. But they just take it. So thanks to them for that. So, you know. Anyway, is there anything else I have? Oh yeah, and the other thing I mentioned in one of the videos about Ashes to Ashes. Yes, I have my walking advert for BBC iPlayer. I think it's on there. It is a BBC programme anyway. So, and the start of it, check it out, about, it's a follow-on from Life on Mars, about the cop that goes back in time in the UK, and she's shot, and they keep still showing me that. But what they freaked me out was, and made me think about the nature of reality again, in that program and Life on Mars, they don't know they're dead at the time. Excuse me. Again. You know, that's the thing, they don't know if they're alive or dead, and why they've been brought back in time, what's going on, because they've just been shot in the head. Well, Alex has been shot in the head, and Life on Mars, he'd been run over by a car, I think. But they are trying to get back to their time, but they're solving crimes at this same time. And it's really interesting, because at night, sometimes the TV would just come on and she'd see her daughter talking to her from another time, or she'd see something going on in her time, or something like that. Now they showed me, trying to think about what I was looking in on them, and all these various things, like the 18th century, the 1966 sort of World Cup, that kind of thing. But I was looking through a TV at them. Now I have seen it the other way. It's quite odd. I often, when I put the TV on, I've got this fab Sky Glass TV, and it's very luminous, vivid. It's HD, of course, but it's really, really bright, and I can be watching the TV and I will see faces on there. And my friend, I didn't say anything to her when she came here. She saw the faces. She said, "Oh my goodness, there's loads of faces on there." So, yeah, and they'll pop up, and I can see them as though I was looking in. They were either, sometimes it's like they're on the TV and involved in the program. Other times I really think I'm picking up things that were picked up by whoever was making the program at the time. I've often seen that. I've seen orbs, I've seen people standing there, all sorts of things. And then there are the people who are here with me who go across the TV. And sometimes they are so vivid, it's like, I can't describe it to you. I'm always looking in on somewhere. And I get the impression that they are looking in on me from somewhere, from a platform, through a glass window. And that's the only way I can describe it to you. And it makes you wonder. They have actually shown me that in a meditation, that I've come out of the world into a room, like a control room. And there's this big window and I can see the world and what's going on through that window. So that's maybe what they mean about monitoring. They're looking in from somewhere. We are possibly looking at them from somewhere else. A bit like that movie, The Others. Check that one out. And it's all very thrilling and exciting and scary all at the same time. So I'd be interested, for your comments on that. Yeah, and what you think about reality. And the final thing is, when I did the meditation, quite often another friend has had the same thing, that when they meditate, they often see an eye first, that they're looking through. I see that quite a lot, and I know that one of the shadow men comes and sits on the bed, if I'm lying on the bed or wherever I'm sitting, and they sit in front of me, and I look in their eye, and then I go off travelling down these wormholes, all sorts of places in space, everywhere. Very fantastic. Anyway, so do that. But this time, every time I go to do that, I'll hear my main guide go, "Watch the birdie." Oh, no, not all right. Follow the birdie. Okay, and then off I go, and sometimes I will say like an eagle. And then today I realised sometimes the eye doesn't look human. And then I realised today, I believe I was looking into the eye of an eagle. And that's how I was travelling. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because I believe I've got it all out. Oh, and one thing, when I get a lot of these images, a lot of things I'm spinning. Everything turns around upside down, so I'm not sure what that's all about. And as a person who suffers from functional neurological disorder with and that's just meaning that my balance is out, and it's to do with movement. I get dizzy. I also have damage in my left ear, which makes me dizzy. It's kind of not too much, please. But anyway, it's all good fun. And as they would say, as Cleo would say on Kenny Everett, it's all done in the best possible taste. So anyway, I'll leave it there. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment, and especially about what you think about the nature of reality. I'd be interested to learn. I do read your comments. I can't go through all of them all the time. I have been ill as well, so I haven't been able to comment on a lot of them. I will get around to it. Thank you to all the people who you've been contacting me as well. I don't know about whether I'm going to be doing readings and things like that. I'm more of an author, and I want to get stories out to people, about everything that's going on around me. in the non-fiction stuff, and then the stories that I write. I'll leave links to everything I do. There will be healing cards eventually. I haven't said any more on them. I think that's because I need my son's help for that. And he's doing some university essays at the moment, so I have to be patient. But, oh, okay. Before we go, there's one thing I have left out. The other thing they've been showing me as, and what do you make of this? As, you know, the Vitruvian Man, Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man. I'm probably not saying that right. Apologies. You know, where the arms stretched out. They've been showing me like that, and usually sort of over water with fire and volcanoes in the background. Still working on that one. They've shown me a cross again, which they've shown me stuck to a cross at one point. And I think that's what they were telling. I'm not sure what they were telling me, but I know I was in a lot of pain. I think it's because everybody has their cross to bear. Okay, and that I was bearing my cross, but they were unloosening my hands because this cross would fall into the water with me on it, and they undid my hands, took me out. Now I take the water to be in motion. So, but I was being liberated. But the cross can also emphasize changing direction, you know, where do I go now? But the Vitruvian Man, I'm not sure what's going on there. I think it's something to do with being a connection to the universe. And I lost mine. I was very angry at the universe, God, everything, raging, because of all the things that have gone on. And that's very unusual for me because I have a very strong connection. And I think I'm recovering it. Okay, sometimes you've got to fly around the dark side of the moon and come back in the dark night of the soul. So I think that's what that is about. If you've been seeing things like that, again, leave me a comment. Very interested. Anyway, lots of links below in the description for books, things. I have written The Man in Black. I am in the process of writing another book about the Shadowmen. So that'll be out soon. And lots of other books too. If you like romance, if you like young adult. And a lot of them, one in particular has been really co-created with Spirit. They often dress up as the characters to get me to, you know, to help me write. And that was Court of Londinium. I'll put a link to that and all the books, Knight of Swords as well. I'll put a link to all those books. They're available on Amazon and you can say what you think. But the Knight of Swords in particular there were so many loaded messages in that book for me. And that was how I came to know who these people were. But I'll talk about that next time. Okay, take care of yourselves. Please like, share, subscribe. And take care, as I say. And I shall see you next time.